And we are live. Hey, everybody. It is Saturday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Mass Effect. Frame rate on the webcam seems a bit weird. I wonder if that's because of the light directly in the background. I had to take this off the other day because I was using it for a different call. Finally used Zoom for the first time. Anyway, it is Saturday night. We are playing Mass Effect. Hi, everybody. We're still in quarantine, so I'm still in my quarantine robe. And joining me this evening, we got Zen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Zen.
And we got Game Show Reviewer.
Howdy, y'all. Game Show Reviewer here, reviewing the Game Show greats and the occasional dud. You know, it's been a while since I've done that.
And we got the 600th episode next week.
Yeah.
Yay. I want more cheering about that. That's a big thing.
Woo! Oh, woohoo! Yes!
And the Comic Book Quickies episode is actually going to premiere on time on Monday. Isn't that wacky?
Hold on. What is this? What was that, Zen? On time?
The show has never been on time.
I've never heard of this time on thing.
LoQS, happy quarantine year 15 to you all.
Oh, is it just year 15?
Charles R1, favorite song from Steven Universe Future, and sing it. Crap, I'm having a hard time thinking of like favorite. I mean, there's like there's a handful of songs in actual Steven Universe Future. Most of my favorite ones are from the movie.
Here we are in the future.
Here we are in the future.
And it's not doing as well as we thought.
It's not doing as well as we thought. Jim Radloff, well, here it is, your moment of Zen.
I see what you did. I see what you did there. I understood that reference.
And remember, it is important to stay inside and all that jazz. As Sir Straw Hat, what do you think of Superman renouncing his U.S. citizenship, saying truth, justice, and American way aren't enough anymore in Action Comics number 900? He already had citizenship with the entire rest of the country thanks to the UN. It was a pointless, empty gesture. 7 Seraphim 7, the show is never early or late. It releases exactly when it means to.
Just like a wizard.
That's Wizards,
actually,
not my show. My show is late. I acknowledge in the show that it is late a lot of times.
Well, the thing is, now the lateness is the time code, so it's everything's just a different time zone.
If I remember correctly, George Lucas once said, "Movies are never finished; they just escape."
Yeah, no, that's dumb. Sometimes things are just done.
My mentioning of that guy's name is not an invitation to start talking about, that series about those giant balls of burning gas that fight each other.
We're done with Space Wizards for the time being. Instead, we're talking about Doctor Who, and I have a story for us today to start us off with. If we're done with stuff.
Before we do that, just a reminder: quarantining is an important thing. The economy is not important. Is not more important than lives. Don't be an idiot. Stay inside, quarantine, yada yada. SKH's Video Productions, video on time. There is no time, talk about time. We don't have the time. What was I saying? Charizard 1, was the wig on Will as Jarrus your choice or his? It was his choice. All right, Zen, tell your happy story related around Doctor Who.
So I'm starting to get my stuff ready for the Daleks because I've already done an Unearthly Child. I can never pronounce that right. I've already done that, so I wanted to give it a little bit before we touch upon the Daleks. but I already did my Star Trek script, so the Daleks. I was getting my footage. I pop in the CD. I rip the footage of the disc. That's the Daleks. It says the Daleks on the disc. It's supposed to be the Daleks. What do I get? Edge of Destruction. Okay. I look at it. It's a special feature about the sound of Edge of Destruction. So I'm thinking maybe one of the other files is going to be fine. Nope, everything is Edge of Destruction. I'm like, wait a second, there's something wrong with the DVD. So I pop it into my PS4, and nope, it's all Edge of Destruction on the Daleks. I'm racking my brain here, thinking like, oh my god, something's gone wrong here. So I pop in the Edge of Destruction DVD. The Daleks are on the Edge of Destruction. So somebody somehow switched disc 2 and disc 3, so now the Daleks are Edge of Destruction, and this is definitely going in my script because I've wasted at least 2 hours ripping the wrong files because the disc says the Daleks.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you know better than to trust what the label says?
I blame Warner Home Video. They're the ones who distributed it, but I don't know if it's a factory defect. I don't know if this is something that is on multiple versions. It's the beginning collection from Doctor Who. I don't know what the problem is. But that was my day. How was yours?
It was fine, and we got a bunch of super chats that came in.
Matthew Opolinsky recently rewatched your old Countdown reviews. I noticed some different end credit songs. Who did those, and why don't we ever hear from them again?
Because they were entries in the old... when I got my theme song, it was not just me contacting Vincent out of the blue. It was a contest. Because other people held contests like that at the time. And I was like, well, I want to showcase some of the other winners, so some of the other people who were good but didn't make the cut. That's also where we got the end credits theme music from. I was like, why did I relook? When I had to switch over to YouTube and stop using copyrighted music in the end credits, I looked back at the old entries, and I found that one, and I liked it, and I contacted them again, and fortunately they still had the same email address, and they were okay with that. So yeah, that's why we don't really hear from those other ones, because those were contest entries.
Payo says, if I remember correctly, the quote is, "Movies are never finished; they're abandoned." Thank you. But I'm saying all the discussion. I'm saving all the discussion of that for Linkara's May month. Thank you. Patrick Caulfield, great job on the Superman review. Definitely needed that reassurance of human compassion when my grandma passed on Easter. I'm very sorry to hear that. Don't worry, she was next to my grandpa. They were together for 73 years, 93 years old. Wow. Very sorry to hear that, but very, very good long life there.
Yeah.
Transformer Brett Productions, great to be back on your Patreons, Linkara. Hope you're not going mad in quarantine. You should have been here 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Just remember there's more to reality than meets the eye.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, it's kind of just there, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my god, that chair behind you is a transformer!
I think everyone's looking at the plushie that's underneath the desk back there.
Yeah, someone was asking if there's a giant green ass but underneath the Dragon Zord back there. No, that's Bulbasaur.
That's his bulb.
It looks more like Bulbasaur to me.
Yeah.
And he's still not getting in the ball.
Won't get in the ball. All right, are we ready for some Mass Effect?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh, hold on. Lacuus. Stories never end. We keep on forcing them alive against their will, like zombies wishing for the sweet embrace of death. Some executive somewhere. Yeah. All right, now we're ready.
and Jacob Lerma, we'll keep an eye out for your super chats. Please post them as soon as possible. What's it called? Slow mode is no longer in effect, so you should be able to just post up your chats as soon as you're done with your super chat. Matthew Opolinsky, when is prequels month? May. I need to know so I can rewatch them and prepare to play Devil's Advocate. Crap, and I still need, you know what? We're still in quarantine, and I still need to go out to Half Price Books and buy the DVDs for the prequel movies.
Oh,
okay, P.O. says that the Doctor Who Beginnings DVD has the correct disc for him, so maybe it's an America and Canada thing because it was distributed in America and Canada by, I don't know.
Jacob Lerma, that reminds me of the time I got the Kung Fu Panda Blu-ray but the Kung Fu Panda 2 version Blu-ray instead. And Gordon ZX, I've been really getting the Final Fantasy games. Maybe after Mass Effect, maybe you could live stream Final Fantasy and have fan vote for either 7, 9, or 10. We'll see, but I'm kind of thinking more and more about getting into another Pokemon game. In the meantime, let's play some Mass Effect.
Besides, I thought it was already decided that your next game is going to be Titanic Honor and Glory.
I don't recall agreeing to this.
I'm kidding.
Jeremy Adler can't use Disney Plus for the prequel watching? It's not a matter of watching. I need to have a physical copy so I can rip it and then have clips from it.
Exactly. Like, part of the problem with why it set me back for the Doctor Who stuff was I ripped the wrong disc when it was mislabeled.
Alright, we're supposed to talk to... I know we're still trying to find a way to get into the snowy wastelands to get out of here. It's because we're still chasing people, including Liara's mom. I can't remember who the hell we were supposed to talk to, though. Let's check the journal. What does the journal say? Novaria Lorik Keen wants you to break into his office, recover his files. We don't care about that. You discovered that Matriarch Berzia is on Novaria. Veermeyer. Why is this?
Yeah, Daffy Duck must have messed up some of my DVDs, I guess. So it's just me. If you guys know where I can find another copy because my OCD is going crazy at this, please let me know.
Hold on. So what you're saying is, all we have to do is send you like Star Trek Blu-rays, but make them all out of order, and we'll drive you nuts.
Exactly.
Okay, chat. You heard her. Do it.
SKHS, you could get rips from subreddit prequel memes.
The Lornet Keen can help you. Okay, so we gotta break into the dude's office.
Welcome to Doctor Who, where Zenith loses his mind because... or loses her mind over OCD things.
It's the dating game.
SKH's video production, you can get rips from subreddit prequel memes. I know where to get stuff, guys.
It just... The thing is, getting rips directly from the DVD or Blu-ray is a lot cleaner.
Especially because I use a different frame rate for my videos and most things. If I was to get them from less than legitimate sources, they tend to have a different frame rate because most people do stuff in 24 frames per second. I do things in 30. Patrick Caulfield, is Superman Red Sun another evil Superman deconstruction story? Because I've been interested but don't want to see the hero as jerks. I feel like it's been done to death. Can't the heroes just be heroes? Well, do you know what the premise of Superman Red Sun is?
Russian Superman.
It's Soviet Superman, to be exact. I don't remember where the hell the guy's office is that we're supposed to be going to.
Oh, yes, you can rip a Blu-ray, Sir Straw Hat. You can rip Blu-rays and DVDs with Make MKV. It's a program that is very, very useful.
Pathetic insights.
I
do not have a Blu-ray. I don't have a Blu-ray ripper, though.
Yeah, I mean, I do. Make MKV can do it.
I'm sure it can, but my computer, this thing doesn't play Blu-rays.
Right. Because my computer does, but like it really depends. But then again, you also have to convert the files with Handbrake too.
P.O. I started my own first-time Trek watching D Space Nine. I know a lot of stuff thanks to SF3, but it's great to watch and understand with context. Just finished season 1's The Nagus, our first real look into Ferengi culture.
Don't you mean acting Grand Nagus?
No, hush. I've already blocked that from my mind, okay? SK's
funniest joke ever.
I know, but I had to promote the memes somehow. Matthew Opolinsky, would you ever do a stream of Spider-Man PS4?
I would need a PS4. Also, I don't know if the Switch capture card someone sent me will work with PS4 anyway. Talk to the Hanar.
It depends, because my capture card, if it's an Elgato capture card, it works for Switch, PS4, and everything.
Yeah, I've got a friend who has an Elgato capture card and is having problems with OBS.
What's your favorite Final Fantasy game, Zenith? 9. I love 9. Although it's fluctuating now because I love 14, I love 10, and I love 15, so it's kind of a jumble. Connor Johnson. Last night I watched this beautiful French period drama from last year called Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Definitely one of 2019's best films.
Okay. Davis has to talk to the squid alien. We'll go talk to the squid alien.
Captain Avenger 1993. What is 90s dude opinion on Power Rangers?
Not enough guns. They like blow stuff up, but they never have enough guns with like bullets and stuff.
There you go. 1890s, dude.
I say, good chaps.
This one offers greetings.
What ho!
You are
It
the
appears
spectator
there is not
of
enough
this
guns in
orphanage.
this time period. Did we invent them yet?
News travels fast here.
We're in a cutscene.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy.
Thought we
by
already
the
talked to this
company.
guy. He's like a merchant.
So
This
too.
one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you.
No, not another sub quest. We want to go on to
This
the main
one has
quest.
procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is.
This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port.
You know what? I was gonna say I'm gonna do it, and then I just won't do it.
I have no problem with that.
You see, you have a trustworthy face, sir.
The package will be delivered to your vessel.
Yeah, I mean,
All you need
it's
to
just
do
so
is
expressive.
bring it to this one. Please do not.
I mean, you guys just look into this guy's eyes, and you can tell this is a trustworthy person.
That one would levy.
See, I can see. I know you're all checking me out with
Is
your
there
minds.
anything else this one might help you with?
Oh well, you just mentioned the magic words. It would upset the administrator.
Done.
I'm just browsing right now.
This one.
Okay.
awaits your return.
Patrick Caulfield. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Sorry, just getting prepared when you started a Star Wars conversation. By the way, I finally watched Rise of Skywalker. I thought it was okay, just not as good as it could have been. 6 out of 10.
This is a place of secrets and lies.
Also, Wolfie, what? Dude, the Power Rangers would stuff so much quicker if they got mega awesome guns. Don't you mean super mega awesome guns?
Super mega awesome guns. That is more accurate. All right, they remind me that the administrator's office is down in the elevator here. So, is it though?
So, I know that you can play Doom for a good while.
Yep.
How long can you play 90s Kid before burning your voice out?
Considering he always comes in short spurts, it's usually not a problem.
Ah.
Benjamin Hall, how did that alien design get past sensors?
With difficulty. But you know, we're gonna go to the guy to our ship since we're on this level anyway. Might as well get the package for Squid Dude. You know what? This is a side quest I can get behind. Go back to the ship, pick something up, and go back.
So wait, does 90s dude like Super Mega Force?
Yes, because lots of explosions. Oh,
I guess
almost
90s
package
Kid's
right outside. See? This is a nice and easy side quest. Why can't all side quests be like this?
I also like how big it is. You can just put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
It depends. I like side quest trees in some cases. I like having a purpose behind side quests. Sometimes fetch quests are fun. I play a lot of MMOs that start with fetch quests.
Yep, I'm a Spectre. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me, guys. Spectre business.
Favorite Final Fantasy character? Well, I'd have to go with Vivi. Well, it's a toss-up between Vivi and Steiner because I have both of them tattooed on my arm, and I love them both. But they work better as a unit because then you can use fire sword magic and is the best.
B.O., we'll look out for your super chat.
We need different elevator music.
Well, I would play the Atop the Fourth Wall music. Any plans to review any Mortal Kombat comics or media? Also, favorite Mortal Kombat character? Mine's Noob Saibot. It's probably a mix between Scorpion and Smoke. Mostly because I played Scorpion the most when I was a kid, but Smoke always intrigued me, and I liked the cool, transform into Smoke powers back when I was a kid. Although I am not, like, a major fan of Mortal Kombat. Mostly because of my parents, because they forbid us from having Mortal Kombat in the house. Can't have the ultra-violent blood game in our house.
Locuus, Ultra Super Mega Force, that was a boring win.
As for Mortal Kombat comics, I have nothing on the docket, but I wouldn't be against it. I know there are some bad ones out there. Anyway, Merchantopole.
Spectre. Have you brought the package?
Ooh, I can lie and say I haven't picked it up.
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
I'd be stupid to do this without knowing that I'm not equipping my own enemies.
Your words are not...
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. Now, does the other have the package?
I'm keeping it.
Here you are.
The Spectre has done a great
Zero
service
more.
for
You
this
should
one.
review Big Bad
From the
Beetleborgs.
deepness of light, it thanks you. This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
Ooh.
You can persuade him.
Would you have had any chance of getting this past customs without me?
Say.
You can be a bit more generous.
The other's words possess
The discomforting ring of truth.
This one could raise the sum to 500.
There is logic in what you say.
That is half this one's
500
profit
credit. Yeah,
taken
okay,
by the
sure, why
other.
not?
It can offer no more.
That's thoughtful of you.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement.
I'm just browsing right now.
This one awaits
Yo!
your return.
Leveled up, too.
There you go. Yeah.
That was
Leveled
worth
up.
it. Alright,
You
2
leveled up.
points.
You leveled up by basically just playing FedEx.
I say Spectre, and then maybe a little bit more in Charm, because that helped us out.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yara's got 1 point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ezim93, once you're done with the Star Wars sequels and prequels, is there any chance you'll do Solo and the original trilogy?
Possibly. I mean, original trilogy might be fun, especially because they have the because those are the old Marvel ones.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't know what a Star War is. I know what a Star Trek is, because guess what, guys? I've finished watching the first season, finally. It only took me 5 years.
Benjamin Hall, you basically just did all of Death Stranding. I love how people have figured out that Death Stranding is basically our current situation. Patrick Caulfield, did Linkara and 90s dude have issues about their different interests? Like, would they openly fight about the 90s? Or do they respect each other's options, just disagree with it? Also, what's too far for 90s dude? Well, as we saw with Countdown, killing a pregnant woman is pretty far for him. Otherwise, yeah, they respect each other's opinions.
As for my opinion on Season 1, I liked it. For a more in-depth review, you're gonna have to wait a few weeks.
Star Wars Christmas special? I would so do the holiday special if somebody patroned me.
I got one thing to say to you, Zen.
What?
Lazarus.
My brain. Let me put it to you this way.
Yeah. Why don't we continue our talk of Zen's Star Trek journey? Tell them about the alternative factor.
Oh dear God, guys. Okay. So they had warned me going in not just them, the entire thing. Like everyone who had seen my Star Trek thread on Twitter had warned me the alternative factor was probably going to top my worst list. And I'm like, I had already started formulating my top 5, bottom 5, which has now grown to top 7, bottom 7. And I was just thinking, okay, this can't possibly be as bad as they say. I start watching it. 5 minutes in, I have no idea what is going on. I've never seen a TV show where I have known less of what's happening than in the alternative factor. It's like they took every single idea that came into their heads, threw it into a blender, took all those ideas, added more, and went with every single goddamn one of them. And it makes no goddamn sense. I still have a headache after all of that.
Theo, nice, Zen. Enjoy season 2. In my opinion, it's best of TOS. Also, unpopular opinion: City on the Edge of Forever is good, but not outstanding.
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
Cartoon Kelly, haven't shown up in a few weeks. How's everyone? Hey, Kelly, glad you're back.
Hey, Kelly, we're just running in circles around here.
Just wait till we get to Spock's Brain. Spock's Brain will be enjoyable. Linkara actually wants to watch that with me. He bowed out of the alternative factor.
Brain and Brain! What is Brain?
We both bowed out of the alternative factor.
The
Yeah,
alternative factor is terrible.
As I've been watching, they've been like, oh, hey, you're around. If you get to this episode, I want to watch it with you and see your reaction. And it's been really, really fun, especially watching and bouncing ideas off of Lewis.
We're watching Doomsday Machine together.
The Doomsday Machine.
So anyway, we have to break into the guy's office, but apparently the secretary doesn't mind that we're just going to do this.
Like, okay. Yeah, we're watching the Doomsday Machine. I wouldn't mind watching the Apple.
All of them annoying. What do you
we watched. Sorry.
Lorg asked me for help.
Dean wants me to break into his own office. He says you're corrupt.
Indeed. Surely you can see his story as a lie to cover his own crimes.
You have any proof of that?
I will soon enough. My security teams are seeing to the matter.
Oh yeah,
As a
that's
small item
helpful.
of note, Mr. Keene has hidden away certain records that would greatly aid my investigation. If you happen to recover them, I would be in your debt. You understand me?
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages.
We also watched A Taste of Armageddon together.
Yeah,
and that was dumb.
I like Taste of Armageddon.
It's a good episode, but the people are dumb.
Hey, we never said that the people were smart. We just liked the episode.
I'm going into his own office. Where the hell? You said you'd gone to the wrong way. Where the hell's his office then?
Jacob Larma, hey Zen, have you played Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I have not. No spoilers. I'm going to play the PC version on my PS4 first because I bought that before the remake was announced.
Gordon
There's
ZX,
so many damn elevators.
Gordon ZX, if you're thinking of ending your show, what would the final storyline be?
I'm not telling.
Good call. The Silent Gray. Would you do Clone Wars both 2003 and 2008 comics?
Sure, if they were patroned.
Sir Straw Hat, I personally found Errand of Mercy to be hypocritical. The Organians are essentially forcing a peace agreement between the Klingons and the Federation.
See, for me, the problem is that the peace agreement will not actually solve some of the underlying issues, which is something that for me is brought up more when we get to Day of the Dove, but I don't want to spoil things for Zen.
Yeah, like what I will say is I like Errand of Mercy. I think it's a better episode and explains the people from Taste of Armageddon's point better. This is a race of people who are violently averse to violence. It gives them great pain for violence, and yeah, they are forced to intercede, but because the people are forcing themselves on their culture, and I think it's a great idea. Much like the was it the Organians or
security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Keene gave me a pass in.
Keene, are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Ananias is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Ananias has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
That was easy.
Okay, the people from A Taste of Armageddon, my basic explanation is, I don't agree, but I understand. I think it's stupid, but I understand. With the people and An Errand of Mercy, I understand much more, and I think it's a better example of that. I don't think it's hypocritical, honestly.
Stop resisting!
They don't actually use violence in that episode.
Yep.
They just stop them from hurting each other.
Sarvis the Dro, if you're interested in reviewing something Mortal Kombat adjacent, the Injustice series of comics and games are right up your alley. You'll hate them.
Lupa's review of Spock's brain is brilliant. I will wait to see the review. I've heard good things about it. I just wanted to wait until I actually saw the episode. By the way,
sorry.
Go on.
Lone Wolf, just wanted to say, hope you all are doing well. Thank you, Lone Wolf.
Here's my confusion. Didn't we just say we were going to ignore each other, but then they started shooting?
Yeah.
Clearly, someone's lying. Also, Allison has said that she wants to do an episode of Star Trek soon. I told her, please do something with Janeway. I want to see her to hear her Janeway voice.
She did Threshold a while back. That has her Janeway voice in it. P.O. As far as intro stories go, Balance of Terror did a better job introducing Romulans than Errand of Mercy introducing Klingons. See, I disagree.
I think they did equally good job. Because I love Core. Core is amazing.
Core is great.
Yes, cool. Core is
upgrade
one of
kit.
the best things.
The thing I like about Core is that he basically represents a lot of what Kirk is, and I mean that's part of what the episode's about, but he's entertaining, but he also seems to be a very honorable man when he's not taking over countries. He allows Kirk a lot more than he should for enemies.
Core believes in honorable and honor, and you know, sure he has a job to do, but he's not. But you know, he understands. You know, I want to face people in combat. I don't want to do this stupid, administrative crap.
Yep. And Raichu, I do plan on watching Discovery. I'm gonna watch every single season. Just it's gonna take me a little bit. I've only
a little bit. 7 Seraphim 7 agreed on the Organians. They just prevented the sides from hurting each other in the hopes that by removing the option for violence, it might force the two sides to talk instead.
They were being parents. It's like, okay, I'm turning this car around. You know, that's basically what they did.
I need Tally to hack the... Why does someone say I should have brought Tally with me? Do I have to go all the way back and get her?
Yeah.
I think what I liked the most about Errand of Mercy is when Kirk basically is forced by the Organians to realize what he's saying.
Yeah, he's siding exactly with the Klingons, and he realizes it. And I realized it a little bit sooner, but it was subtle. The episode was very, very subtle about it until like maybe a little bit beforehand, and then you start seeing it, and then you really start seeing it. It's just like the Federation is not that different in the grand scheme of things, and I thought that was wonderful. But yeah, I'm slowly working my way through. Season 1 done. I still have many more to go.
How do I replace somebody? Or do I have to go back to the ship for that?
I do not know.
Sarvis the Dro. Injustice is an Elseworld DC story co-created by the MK team that has tons of pointless character deaths and good guys turning evil for no reason.
I know what Injustice is. Anymore Arnson, I know I'm late, but I still have to say it. Thanks for accepting my request. What's so funny about Truth, Justice, the American Way? I'm surprised about the lack of Batman vs Superman jokes in that episode. I mean, the only one I could have thought of doing was actually a Man of Steel joke of Superman saved us. The Silent Gray, who's your favorite prequel character? Is it Jar Jar?
Jar Jar.
Obviously!
Jar Jar is secretly a Sith Lord. I will hear no other dissension.
See, what was my favorite prequel character? Maybe the Emperor?
I was gonna say, you better say Jar Jar. It is the law of Landru.
Landru commands it. Joy and peace. You know, Landru would get along with the
tranquility.
Landru would get along with the Organians.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
Well, until he realizes that they're not of the body because they don't have body.
Ewan McGregor is really good as Obi-Wan. It's just the writing is still terrible. Is there a way I can just swap out Tally right here, or do I have to? Death Sticks guy. Okay.
Yes.
Elan Svizbagano. That's our favorite character.
Apparently, you can fast travel to the ship.
All right. What's the fast travel button?
Go to the map. It could get you back to your ship.
Let's see.
Landru is from Star Trek, Sir Straw Hat. Landru is our Lord and Savior, and he and the Organians spread their beacon of peace until they create a war because they realize that one of them has bodies and...
Working outdoors and free option.
You know, come to think of it, Landru doesn't have a body either.
No, I can't fast travel. Okay, so I have to run back to the ship.
Landru doesn't have a body either. He should be hating himself. What the... He is not of the body.
He is the body.
Jacob Lerma says Ahsoka counts GSR.
I can't leave right now.
Pio says favorite prequel character is Ahsoka. What? Clone Wars is part of the prequel era, so it counts.
You didn't say prequel era. You said the prequels, as in the movies.
Henumar Arnson, also, you still can't do a British accent.
No, I cannot. It kept slipping into Australian.
I hope I did a little bit. Go on.
No, you don't need to go back to the ship. It's optional. It's up on the
Dexter
far end
Chester.
of that walkway. You can't, damn it.
Cartoon Kelly says, I like Dexter Jester. You know what? Dexter is underrated in my opinion.
Head across the catwalk on the upper floor and into Lauren Quinn's office. The office is locked.
Max Hauser, when I was at Barnes & Noble, I saw Frank Miller release another comic in that stupid Holy Terror format.
Say it again?
When I was at Barnes & Noble, I saw Frank Miller released another comic in that stupid Holy Terror format.
Yeah, okay, here's his computer. I thought that was the other office. Alright, we download the evidence. Yeah, the thing is, he released a prequel, either a prequel or a sequel to 300 that was about Xerxes.
Yeah, which was unnecessary. I know people talked about it a lot, but it's like it's super.
You have me at a disadvantage, Miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm
Sir
Sergeant
Straw Hat,
Kyle
you are
Stone,
right. Ahsoka is a
Honest
prequel
Risk
character.
Control Services.
We're doing story. We're doing.
Yeah, I know.
For what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're breaking the law for bribe money. You know what we do to dirty cops on my world?
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Oh, for crying out
I
loud!
need a gun to rip you to pieces.
Oh, that didn't last.
There will be peace when you go to Landru. Peace be with Landru. Anyway, Sarvis the Drow, if Ahsoka counts, Ventress is my fave, or Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon's alright. That was a death.
They fired first! At least we didn't go very far back.
Fuck the police. Yeah. At least it wasn't like last time where we got sent like so far back. Save early, save often.
Well, I didn't have to save it already. It must be probably back like 3 seconds.
I don't think
No, I'm not. Are you?
I'm Sergeant Kyrus. Annaleus would throw you
You're
off.
breaking the law for bribe money.
You will be avenged. Avenged.
I'm on a
I have a
mission.
mission to complete. I did what I had to.
Ah, for crying out! None of these options are gonna work.
Benjamin Hall. Hey, I called this turn. Haymar Arnson. Wow, the negotiation skills of best captain.
Captain Kirk couldn't have done any better. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Galileo 7. I saw that.
I like that one.
Spock did nothing wrong.
No,
He
he
did
did
not.
not.
Just
Spock
because.
did nothing wrong. Spock did nothing wrong, and Boma was just an asshole.
Also, why would you bury when there are people out there with spears?
You just don't understand emotions, Spock.
It takes at least 5 hours or more to dig up and bury the body. They have people throwing spears at them. They don't know if they can even leave the goddamn atmosphere, and their ship is about to leave. And all they care about is, we need a burial.
It's the only way to be respectful to the dead body, so we can get more of us killed.
Oh boy, it's so stupid.
And case in point, who ends up getting endangered next? Spock.
Yeah, it's wow. Also, Pio Nepomuceno by Grabthar's hammer. By the sons of Warvan, you shall be avenged. And Sarvis the Drought. The negotiations were short.
On the plus side, we're not leaving behind any bodies.
Yeah. Patrick Caulfield, what fictional ship would you like to either own or ride in? For me, it'd be the second ship in One Piece because it's powered by Coca-Cola and has a tank and motorcycle that combines into a mecha.
White Star or the Defiant?
So how did I like the fight Kirk had with the lizard? So I met the Gorn.
I take it that fight scene made it impossible for you to take the rest of the episode seriously, huh?
Here's the thing. I agree with Lewis. The episode itself starts off really, really good. Mm-hmm. It has some of the best fighting. It has all of this stuff. And then you have this. And it's not the costume. It's the fact that he can't move in the costume. And they didn't speed up the footage. So it very much looks like he can't see in that costume. And
it's just this slow motion punch.
But then again, goofy stuff happens in Star Trek. I can write that off. I was riffing on it with Lewis. I had fun with it. It's like the judo chops. The constant. We need a judo chop counter. How many judo chops has happened in this franchise?
Ooh, this is tricky. Commander, there have been reports of noise from Synthetics office. Would you know anything about it? I'm entirely innocent, guys.
Mark Burgal. No disintegrations.
Aww. Best captain, guys.
Captain, damn it.
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that.
I like this woman.
Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Oh, she asking us on a date.
Sweet. Man, Shepard is just the hottest person on the entire universe. Everyone wants to bang her.
Kyoji, Zen, wait till you get to the fight scene in Journey to Babel. Now, okay, without spoilers, there is nothing wrong with that fight scene except for one thing. It just comes right out of nowhere.
There's no setup for it. It's like they lost the shots that explain why the fight was happening.
Hanya Maro Arn said, "You truly know how to shepherd these people."
Hey-oh. I'm hearing noises from the laundry room. It's the cats playing around.
Yeah, I don't think Arena is a bad episode. It's a laughable fight scene, but they did the best with what they had. Oh, the other funny thing about that fight scene is he has a hollow log and he's putting a bunch of materials in it, and they somehow don't fall through it.
There must be something inside of that tube that's holding him in place. Otherwise, why are they not just falling out the other side?
Yeah, that's my guess. I mean, we never see that it's hollow, all the way through. My guess is that there's a stop at one end.
I have never been in trouble ever, says the girl whose vice principal in middle had her mom's cell phone number on speed dial.
But yeah, Arena's a good episode.
The fight in Journey to Babel was amazing. Not every day you get to see Kirk do the incredible flying butt pliers move.
I have no idea what that means, but I can't wait. 7 Seraphim 7. Just wait until you meet Yeoman Chambers. Have we met Chambers?
I can't remember. There's a lot of Yeomans.
I met Yeoman Barrels. I met Yeoman Rand. Oh God, I've met Yeoman Rand, and I'm not saying that because of Yeoman Rand. I don't want to get into it here.
It's all the bad stuff that happens to her because the producers apparently hated her.
Yeah. There's been a lot of Yeoman.
She might as well just go swap out Rex for Tally now while I'm here.
I know who Yeoman Chambers is.
Oh,
I know who
Mass
Yeoman
Effect.
Chambers is. No,
Okay.
it's not Mass Effect.
Which one's Yeoman Chambers?
By any other name.
Oh God.
Yeah. Gordon ZX, I still say romance with Liara because diversity.
Diversity.
Oh, Bridget Lee, and then the same vice principal became my principal in high school.
Ah.
Oh, poor you. That sucks. Did you kick the ship to enter it?
Well, yeah, I'm Shepard, damn it.
Look, even the Normandy has a proper decontamination process.
Alright, so we take Liara and we'll take Tally.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
But yeah, season 1's pretty good. There's not a lot to dislike outside of like stuff that I'm gonna talk about in the episode. And I may be in the minority in this, but I didn't like Court Martial. I thought Court Martial was very predictable.
Equipment, take all. Tally. Let's upgrade your crap. Let's see. Ooh. Tsunami 4.
No. There's two kinds of decontamination in sci-fi. There is the gel kind, but there's also the multicolor lights.
Oh, and speaking of decontamination, the Naked Time, the episode where we take our glove off, touch stuff, put our glove back on, just so we can keep everything contaminated.
Yeah, and then go through decontamination with the glove on.
Unsafe at any speed.
I mean, I'm convinced that if the guy had not, if the guy hadn't taken his glove off, he would have been fine, and the decontamination would have gotten it. But if he had his glove off, it still might have gotten it.
Don Lore, I did like Space Seed. I'm not going to tell you if it made my list, but Khan is so good in that episode. Why the hell is it called The Naked Time? I don't know.
I don't think we ever found that out.
Well,
Field the generator. Let's get her some healing. Medical interface. I want everyone to be able to heal.
Officer is ashore.
Ricardo Montalban just sells every single scene.
Such a great actor.
Have you seen Batman Bad Blood?
I have not, unless that's the Predator one. No, or is that a different one?
And there was one before that.
7 Seraphim 7. The party members with lost it. The party members with decryption and electronic skills are Tally, Garrus, and Caden. And yeah, Khan is awesome.
Khan! I love Khan.
Anymar Arnson. Also, watched Spider-Verse last night. I'm annoyed I didn't watch this earlier. Why did you not tell me about how good it was before, Dad?
I did! It was on the I did the review of the Champions comic. I said it was great.
I have not seen Naked Gun, but apparently Khan's the antagonist, and that's interesting. I will probably see it at some point. And, yeah, I don't know why it's called The Naked Time. Sulu gets shirtless, maybe that's why. And Bafo the Clown has not done my taxes. I did it myself this year.
Kyoji says that, I think it was the naked time because everyone's buried emotions are exposed, thus naked. I like that explanation. Yeah. That's not bad.
It's not bad. It just, I wouldn't call it the Naked Time.
Scotty McFly, Linkara, what are your thoughts on the fight between Superman and Manchester Black ended in the animated film versus the comic?
It was virtually the same. I think it was. I liked it just fine. There's little details that were changed, like moving it, like the action gets moved to Earth near the end, and they imply that Superman lobotomizing his powers is permanent versus temporary, like it was in the comics. But that's just the nature of it being an animated film versus a limited film versus comics, where we want characters to be able to come back, which he did.
By the way, Buffo is not a jukebox anymore, Bab Clayman. He has been changed back.
Yes.
I'll let you get that next super chat.
Okay. So we have from PS Xbox Classics. Hey, GSR, can we hear you saying it? How's Julie now?
Easy decryption. Haven't heard from Julie in a bit. Last I heard from her, she was doing just fine. Still working on her writing stuff.
How could you say someone is fine when they don't believe in Zaxby's?
Zaxby's.
Easily, because it's not real.
It's a myth, like the ninja. Ninja.
Wall safe, easy decryption.
As for Can You Hear Me Sing, donate 30. Donate 30.
There we go.
$30. Also,
I'll sing the Atop the Fourth Wall theme song.
I am down for that.
Too bad Zaxby's is just a fairy tale.
Donate 35 if you want Zaxby's to be real. It does exist.
Donate $40 to make Zaxby's a real thing.
Yep. You have to donate 50 for Zaxby's to be a thing.
That's hailing Linkara. Are you excited about Superboy Prime returning to the Shazam comic, or at least the being claiming to be Superboy Prime? Yay!
By the way, Tim Johnson, Linksana wanted him to be a jukebox because he's insane.
Sir Straw Hat. Wait,
what goes on in the minds of Linksano, none can say.
Sir Straw Hat, wait, so how come it was fine for Superman to lobotomize Manchester Black, but when it wasn't, but it wasn't when the JLA tried to do it to Dr. Light?
Because he didn't actually lobotomize him. It was concussive, and his powers came back.
In the comics, yeah. In the animated film, it's a bit iffier, but even then, it's more like it's hard to pin down exactly what it is. But otherwise, it's not killing him. It's just ending a threat. It's just ending his potential to kill people. It's like taking away someone's right to own guns or drink or something like that. Like taking away someone's license.
Exactly. Yeah. They're still alive.
That being said, it is morally iffy because he hadn't been judged by his peers yet. It is. I'm not saying it's perfectly okay. It's an iffy thing, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, Superman has done so much more questionable things in the past. The animated film version of it was iffier, but not the worst.
But Linkara, that stuff was over there.
With Dr. Light, it was completely radically altering his personality and turning him into a different person.
7 Seraphim 7. Oh, and fun trivia. The Naked Time is George Takei's favorite episode. You don't say!
As it should be. On Guard Richelieu. Like, that was one of my favorite things ever for a while. Like, the Naked Time was probably the light in the beginning of the season tunnel, because the season started off pretty rough.
Patrick Caulfield, can Linksano tell us his favorite Godzilla monsters are, and what is Linksano's favorite Pokemon? Or is doing Linksano's voice hard right now? I don't want to strain your voice. I wouldn't say it's hard to do right now. It's just, anytime you guys ask for an in-character thing, I have to stop and think, okay, what does the character, think about that? Because it's not like one of those things that I just have the characters memorized. It'd probably be Mewtwo or Genesect, in terms of his favorite character, because, science. In terms of Godzilla monster, probably Biollante, most likely. Created via science. Plus, she's bigger than Godzilla, and bigger is better. Benjamin Hall, hate what they did to Ralph and Sue in that story. Yeah, and I wish they had followed up more on Ghost Detectives. Because the Ghost Detectives thing was actually really good. They did it with Outsiders, and then And then when they had different writers for Outsiders, they just dropped it completely.
Pio Nepomuceno, Superbike Prime voice. Everything's better when Shazam called Captain Marvel.
Everything was better when Shazam was called Captain Marvel. Problem is, that was actually accurate.
I need to be whiner with it. I was doing more well, actually, for some reason.
Nathan Ottinger with the $50. Zaxby will be real. Also, remember in this day and age, he who controls the toilet paper controls the universe.
Controls the universe.
So
thank you so much, Nathan. That is a massive donation, especially during these difficult times. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Zaxby's is now real.
Yes.
Okay. Yes! I will admit that Zaxby's is real, but then I will destroy it.
I don't care, because if it's real, that means you have something to destroy.
It's real.
It's real. It's real.
The Zaxby's. This episode is the Zaxby's conclusion.
The Zaxby's paradox. Patrick Caulfield, yes, Biollante is one of my favorite monsters, so underrated. She's a huge plant crocodile monster. I don't care if the film is meh. Biollante makes up for it, plus one of the few female monsters. Indeed. Hanuman Arnson, also I have to ask, since I've seen the movie, favorite spider person? Ben Reilly's still probably my favorite.
And Nihilus, yes, Zaxby's is real only for a limited time, just like fast food.
Ah, there you go. Zaxby's is only real for so long.
SKH Video Productions, behold the power of your two-ply overlords.
Yes.
Witness the firepower of this two-ply toilet paper.
Witness me.
I will still always be happy, regardless of how I feel about Rise of Skywalker or the prequels. At least they give us new Star Wars jokes.
Yeah.
And you know what? Prequel memes are still damn funny. Even if I don't like the movies. Look at all the F's I don't give, Anakin. Look at them.
Oh, by the way, they fly now?
They fly now.
The garbage will do.
The garbage will do!
Yes, that's a good one.
That's not how the Force works.
That's not how the Force works! Oh, really? You're cold?
Gordon ZX, if there's a JSA comic in the future, who do you want to be the writer of the comic?
Jeff Johns was always really, really good about writing the JSA. Maybe James Robinson. Let's see. I'm trying to find, where are we supposed to go to meet the lady? She said, like, at the bar, but I'm not sure where that is.
Oh, another one. Never underestimate a droid.
Traitor!
No. These are the two I'm thinking of. The traitor and droid, please.
Traitor.
Out of the way, ball.
Yeah, there you go. TR-8R.
Are we the baddies? They've got skulls on them.
They've got skulls on them.
But why skulls? Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku?
Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku?
Where are you from? Nowhere. In my experience.
Here we go. I found. Roses are red, violets are blue. Why does everyone want to go to Jakku?
Oh yes, there you go.
All right, let's talk to her before we talk to the other guy.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Yeah, I met you like 10 minutes ago.
Why is an internal affairs?
Oh, she's an internal affairs agent.
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, this month I stole 3 million credits.
Easy there.
Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
All right. I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Nice when we actually could do the good guy stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, read off some super chats that's real quick, and I'll run circles before I talk to Keen.
There's so much super chat.
Enumar Arnson, ST3V was a better droid. You saw who he killed.
I want every gun aimed at that man.
That's not the best one. Pio has it. Blow that piece of junk out of the sky! Let's see. Chaos Nightmare. Hey, Linkara, would it be possible for you to do what is it?
Terraria.
Terraria Let's Play after Mass Effect. It's getting its final update next month.
I've never heard of Terraria. We'll see, but like I said, I want to have something that's less dialogue driven for the next game, or at least less voice acting dialogue, so it's easier. So it's a bit easier for us to do this, so we don't have to keep pausing the super chats in order to advance the story.
Terraria is essentially Minecraft, but without the Minecraft aesthetic.
So it's build stuff.
544, you are the reason I want to read more Superman comics.
Nice, thank you so much.
And I just gotta read this one. Speaks too soon. This super chat will get you 1/4 portion.
Last week it was 2 portions.
This will give you 50 portions for
I'll
the
give
droid.
you 25 portions.
Big Jack Films.
Hey Lewis, my Power Ranger 17 review is up with your cameo.
Nice.
Hanumar Arnson, you should do Silent Hill sometime in the future.
Now that's an idea. Does Steam have like a version of Silent Hill I could play, like either 1 or 2? Because I would totally do a Silent Hill Let's Play on the channel.
I would love to be there for you. I haven't played any of Silent Hill, but I love it to death.
I'd prefer Silent Hill 2, if only because the graphics are better. And
maybe Downpour?
Maybe Downpour. I don't remember if they ever actually released the PC port of Downpour.
Actually, I'm more in agreement here. Do Starfleet Academy.
Starfleet Academy would be great, too.
Elite Force 2.
Yes.
Nope, still haven't gotten it on the Patreon.
But,
Anyway, Patrick Caulfield, I thought Ray, Finn, and C-3PO's characters arcs were the best part of Rise of Skywalker. Poe, I thought they were trying to copy Han too much. And Ben, no. Just, no. Pretty much. All right, let's see if we can convince Laura Keene to testify.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Analeas.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Analeas' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board was already investigating Analeas. They're concerned about the worm in their own fruit.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify.
Yes!
Apparently they want Klingon Academy.
I can do Klingon Academy too. That one actually I remember playing the demo for Klingon Academy and really enjoying that.
Yeah, Klingon Academy would be good, and not to mention it would be canon. It is canon.
It is.
No one can dissuade me from that.
This is the ship that made the Kessel Run in 14 parsecs. 12 parsecs. No, I'm rounding down.
14.
Daniel
He's
Brand,
so proud of that.
Considering your Superman 775 review, I think the cracked cape was meant to be the U.S. flag, but the colorist never got the memo.
What was it? What?
He says, concerning your Superman 775 review, I think the cracked cape was meant to be the U.S. flag, but the colorist never got the memo.
That's what some people said. Jacob Lerma, just post your super chat again and say, here, this is my super chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Why do we keep missing Jacob Lerma's super chat?
I can't wait for the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga.
Nice.
Chaos Nightmare. Thing is, Terrata is under $10 and you can play with other people. Also, you can have a magic user with a gun.
Yeah,
that's
Terraria
tempting.
is
But Terraria, but it's basically, but it's like Minecraft. Is there an actual story in there? Yeah,
No.
the game is on low texture for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, the Terraria has no story. You mine stuff. It's all gameplay.
Captain Avenger, impressive. Every word in that sentence was wrong.
There will be. The Jedi will not end here.
Mike Manhattan, have you watched Young Justice or Wolverine and the X-Men?
I have not watched either. We know where she works, but she's not here right now. Oh, there she is. Where
Is
is
it
she?
just me, or did the game slow down?
I don't know about it slowing down, but I did increase the graphics.
T-Scream 80. Hey, Transformers had a lot of crossover. Has Transformers had a lot of crossovers lately? Asking because someone keeps asking if you read the Transformers Ghostbusters crossover.
I have not read it, but yes, they have. There's been IDW's basically been milking a bunch of crossover stuff lately.
As we know,
Same for
there's
Boom,
more
I think.
to the Transformers than meets the eye.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
I still
stress
gotta
off
say.
my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be all right.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending. While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
Ah.
I demand you place this bitch under arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Nice.
Wow.
Chaos Nightmare. Okay, final thing on Terraria. There are no story, but there are bosses. Also, I have to say this. The Supreme Leader is dead. Long live
the Supreme Leader.
Oh, Hux. You went out like a bitch.
As he should, because he's a Nazi.
Yep.
I'm one of the few people who liked his thing in the movie. Mind you, I had my own idea for what they should have done with it, and I'll talk about it when I eventually get to the Rise of Skywalker review. But at the same time, he's a Nazi. I don't mind the way he went out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I loved how basically every moment that Hux was on screen in Last Jedi was pure humiliation. It was glorious.
Yeah, he got everything that he deserved and more.
Sarvis the
All right,
Drow,
so,
Knights of the Old Republic is my
Fourthwall
suggestion for a future game. Star Wars game by BioWare, which made Mass Effect. It's also incredibly buggy as all hell, though.
Yeah.
And long.
And
If you
long.
think this is long.
Like, we're probably going to be sick of sci-fi by the time we're done here.
Henry Arnson, obviously Transformers needs a lot of crossovers. How else is Starscream supposed to rule? Alright,
I'm trying to think. Captain Picard has fallen! I, Starscream, am your new leader!
Soundwave Superior. You
Soundwave
are a
Superior.
bitch.
Alright, well.
Just restricted. I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Oh boy, guys. We got Mako!
We have Mako. What we no, scene.
Cutscene. Geth, get away from our Mako!
I'd say these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Okay, let's see. There's a couple here. Daniel Brandt, I'll be watching for yours. Cartoon Kelly, wow, $25, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly.
Still recovering from a bad fall last week. Third time this year I've had to go on pain meds.
Ugh.
Hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Will someone please sing the Futurama theme for me?
Well, you gotta get some singing in anyway. Why don't you sing it, Game Show Reviewer?
Yeah, okay, hang on. I gotta find the lyrics.
There are no lyrics to the Futurama theme song.
Dun 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 doo doo.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've seen Futurama.
I recently rewatched the Where No Fan Has Gone Before episode because I finished the first season of Star Trek, and I wanted to watch the Melvar reference. I love Melvar.
Patrick Caulfield, what about Mario Odyssey? You got the drive for Switch games now, if I remember correctly. I feel like Nintendo games are better for streaming.
That might not be a bad idea. It could be my big test run for it. Although I don't have a copy of Mario Odyssey, I'd have to buy it.
I could loan you my copy.
Nah, I would want my own copy. Mind you, I've never been particularly good at 3D Mario games, so that would probably be also a thing.
It's not that bad, but yeah.
Daniel Brandt, I never saw your super chat. Nope, never did. Mark Burgle, Mako time? Woo!
Mako time.
Woo! Space Jackass on the moon. Space Ric Flair. Welcome to Spacies with Space Australia.
7 Seraphim 7. And then Data says, freedom is the right of all sentient beings before transforming into a motorcycle that Worf rides on using his batleth. There it is. Cartoon Kelly, thank you, Zen.
No problem. I'm a huge fan. Happy to help.
Daniel Brandt, do you think German Shepherd is one of those unfortunate childhood names, like a certain family having a son named Harry?
No, I think German Shepherd in this case is something she took on for herself just because of how awesome she was, and like her real name has been lost to time, and she just goes by German at this point.
Hennymar Arnson, would you do Futurama/Simpsons for a Patreon?
Yeah, sure. If it was Patreon, I'd be happy to do that.
And I'm thinking of possibly touching upon Simpsons in the future, maybe one day.
I think you got Jacob Lerma's, Zen?
What's it? So Linkara, someone likes The Rise of Skywalker. Well, you be fair to people who likes the movie in Space Jackass. I'm sorry, I don't understand it.
Yeah, people are allowed to like Rise of Skywalker. I know Nash likes Rise of Skywalker.
But then again, Nash is, as we have seen on one of your episodes, he has become, he's joined the dark side and become a Sith.
Who hasn't these days? Goran's the X, forgetting the sci-fi games, maybe we should stream Final Fantasy games. Those don't have sci-fi stuff, mostly.
Right, your Overlord, I would review Family Guy. I don't know if it's something good I have to say. My editor loves Family Guy, which is why in the Kingsman episode he did the Family Guy joke at the end. But I love that joke that we did.
Professor Chaos 56, a warning to everyone, YouTube involuntarily unsubscribed me from this channel, so check your subscriptions. I definitely say do that. Hawk Hero, have you played Mega Man 11? Yes, I have. I enjoyed it, though it was a bit of a learning curve for me because it felt just because I never played a Mega Man game before. T-Scream 80, so German Shepherd is basically the main character of Ghost in the Shell? Yes. We'll go with that. Sir Straw Hat, the thing is, it's probably pronounced Germain. Also, why are the Watchers so useless? I don't know. They just like watching stuff. They're armchair quarterbacks.
Jermaine Jackson.
Yeah, that's her real name. Her real name is Germain, and thus it became German Shepherd. All right, guys, Space Mako, Space Jackass, woo!
Woo! And Hoth. Welcome to Hoth.
Yeah, on Hoth. We're spinning donuts on Hoth.
While you spin donuts, I'm gonna spend my my singing credit. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Brodsky, you're not the smartest. Liefeld, you're not an artist. Anyone who's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn. Linkara. He is a man. Punch. Wears a pretty hat. Linkara. He's got a magic gun. Where'd he purchase that? Linkara. Coins, robots, Amazons and trucks. Linkara. This comic sucks. Linkara.
Linkara sits down.
We're not doing the full theme song.
No.
I tried to shoot the gun in time to the music. I have no idea where we're going. I'm just enjoying and driving around.
Yeah, Nihilus Crick, don't be a dick.
What's wrong?
Bridget Lee Hoth, a.k.a. Minnesota in January.
No, he was just insulting the singing. I'm just like, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
That's rule number 1 of the internet. Don't be a dick.
I mean, not everyone can be as good as me.
Well, yeah, you're best captain.
You see,
I am
these are
best
the
captain.
pipes
I
of
am
an
best singer.
angel.
I am best guy to open up crates that are out in the wilderness.
The Mako.
7. Yeah, the Mako does music. It is perfect.
Somebody just left a body out here. Hey guys, we got jerky.
It's cold now.
Put it in the microwave for 10 minutes.
1 RPHS fan. Hello, James E. Miles of Weekly Fail Theater here.
Hey, how you doing? Whoop.
Gornziak, stop being shoulder spider. Be the Gorn. They slither.
Whoop, something's shooting at us.
Let's see, I just saw one here.
Heat XZ, question for game show reviewer. Would Guys Grocery Games count as a game show? Also, I'm glad that Linkara has played Mega Man 11.
Yes, barely. Jacob Lerma, was Liefeld ever considered a good artist, or comic writer, or was he always considered bad?
It depends on who you ask. Back then, a lot of people thought he was good because, no accounting for taste. Woo!
SKHS, we must all follow Wheaton's law on the internet. That is true. Captain Avenger 1993, Zenith, you should eat Lewis. Damn it, shoulder spider, he's streaming. How would I do that?
Let's see, Daniel Brandt, are we on planet Canada? Where's the Tim Hortons?
Man, I wish.
Hanyamaru Arnsen, if you have all these professions, how are you going to find a single job when you're done? You can't use this in a desk job.
It's good resume fodder, though.
It looks good on a resume. Kim, I want you to take all these professions down and put them on my resume. So
I'm trying to use Omnigel to fix the ship, fix the Mako. Maybe we don't have enough. Let's reduce stuff to Omnigel.
The only law is the law of spandex.
Omnigel. Omnigel.
Charizard Ranger says, why this weather wouldn't even phase Linkara.
It hasn't phased me.
Omnigel. Gel
what makes you think
Omnic.
I'm a Gorn? Your name is Gorn ZX. Obviously, you're a Gorn in disguise.
Take all this gel that is Omnic and gel it up.
Oh, crud, I lost it here. Mike Manhattan. Who would you cast as Moon Knight in the upcoming series? My pick is Rami Malek. Although thoughts on new Mortal Kombat animated movie.
I had known nothing about that, and here's the thing. This is going to be a bit of a surprise to some people, but I don't think I've actually ever read a single comic with Moon Knight in it.
Damn it, Bab Clayman, I don't strand everybody. I have the best command. Now, Kim, get me a coffee.
Alright, let's do this.
Oh, man.
Serpentine!
It's just my opinion, but I think Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel is not a good character. I think she was fine as Miss Marvel, but the fact they had to relaunch her book multiple times says a lot.
Well, here's the thing. I can't really take anything like that into account for the simple fact that Marvel relaunches their stuff all the damn time these days. They are terrible about this.
You get a free reboot with every Happy Meal, except they're not happy.
Also, Janeway.
Captain Janeway. She's the best captain in history. Stranding all her people.
Their lives are filled with grief and misery.
Woo!
That's perfectly timed.
Damn it, Chakotay. How dare you make up this song? You're sentenced to 20 years in the brig.
We're doing great, guys!
Oh, no, that's fine. It's great. Great.
Nihilus, McDonald's did sad meals. It was horrible. they actually did. They did the yes meal. They did the unhappy meal. They did the pissed meal. It was
Burger
bad.
King was the one who did the unhappy meals.
Oh wait, it was Burger King.
It was. Benjamin Hall, quit making Jetsons worse. That's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was Burger King, not McDonald's. Sorry.
I totally forgot about the unhappy meals.
It was such a stupid idea.
It was.
It's like that. You know, once upon a time, Coke tried to appeal to the hipster market in like the late '90s, early 2000s, and it made this like anti-art. What's it called? This Dadaist kind of thing. It was terrible, and it was so transparent.
1 hour HPS fan. At least they don't shred their continuity like DC. Commander Grizzly, what did you think of the Star Trek episode Squire of Gothos?
Oh boy, tell us what you thought of Squire of Gothos, then.
First of all, women.
Women? Do you mean to say you have members of the
Theta sex on your ship?
Oh my god, the Squire of Gothos is one of my favorite episodes of this entire season. It is glorious. And it's made, like, just the character himself is beautiful. He stole every scene he was in. Even Kirk was chewing less scenery because he was chewing the scenery more. It was wonderful. I loved every second of that episode. And it's something that I really need to watch again. Also, that was why I watched the Melvar episode of Futurama, because it was a reference to that. Squire of Gothos is brilliant. I love the character. It's a proto Q, but he is just lapping up every single scene. It's beautiful. Gordon ZX.
I can't wait. There's certain episodes I can't wait for you. Yeah, the actor comes back, and he comes back in one of the most glorious roles ever.
Oh, yes.
It's not Trelane, but yes.
It's just he just does such a great job of being this character, and another one of my favorite characters is in Shore Leave, Finnegan. He loves every second too. It's like those type of characters I love watching them go.
There's a great MST3K parodied Shore Leave in one of their episodes, and they had they actually had Finnegan show up. They're like, the observers were reading Mike's mind. They were trying to read Mike's mind to try to reunite him with his long lost friend, and so somehow Finnegan gets summoned. It's like, it's me, your old pal Finnegan. Like, who? I don't know who you are. He like beats up Mike, and then everyone that Mike summons using his mind beats him up.
Well, what was the one that you showed me the clip from?
Oh,
and the Landrew one. They also parodied Landrew, I think.
I'm trying to remember.
Not Landrew. What was it?
It was one that was relevant to your interest, and I can't remember which one. Oh, it was This Side of Paradise. I'm not going back, Jim.
I'm not going back.
I like it here on Omicron SETI 3.
This Side of Paradise is fun. It just doesn't go far enough.
Daniel Brandt. So is the Mako powered by Mako, or
the Mako is?
And Hanyamara Arnson, best driver.
Best driver, best captain. Basically, I'm just the best.
Yeah,
Woo!
This Side of Paradise is good, but I like Shore Leave and Gothos more. Gothos is just so quotable. It's one of those things where, like, everything he says is an instant. He says the word women and makes it quotable. That's how you know you've done good.
Squire Gothos is great. I will say, Balance of Terror is still my absolute hands-down favorite from season 1, like, no question. I know you dislike Tomorrow is Yesterday, And I will admit that the science in the later part is crap.
How does the science work? Okay, I need to address this. So in order to fix their botched stealth job, because they rolled a 1 on their stealth check, they decided, hey, so we're gonna go slingshot around the sun to go back in time, which they've done before. So okay, I buy that part. But they beam them down to where they were before and replace them, and somehow they forget everything, and somehow they're not fused together, and
it's some kind of Cronenberg nightmare.
It doesn't make sense, and they do it twice, and it's just like, no. And somehow it makes the earlier time travel not have any effect, except logically that would not work that way, because they would have disappeared from existence, because they wouldn't have gone back in time if they hadn't gone back in time. Oh god, I've gone cross-eyed.
Oh, here's the thing. If you found the time travel in Tomorrow is Yesterday and the Naked Time, that bizarrely unusual, I can't wait for you to get to Assignment Earth.
Oh boy. I like the Naked Time. I will buy its ending. Tomorrow is Yesterday is just and yes, I've seen the Kirk versus the Lizard guy, and it was a thing. It was funny. It was fun.
Where are we shooting at?
I hate temporal mechanics.
No. You gotta say it. You gotta say it with someone. 3, 2, 1.
I
hate temporal mechanics.
Like over there? Is that where we're shooting at?
One RHPS fan. Shepard's an excellent driver. She's not wearing any underwear.
Get in the Mako or you will freeze to death. Nah, I'm feeling fine. Haven't you seen the enemy within? They'll be fine. They can withstand negative 30 degrees for a while.
By the way, there's a novelty thing that got released. It's actually a rock. It comes with a little phaser remote that you can basically point the phaser at the rock and it will heat up like the enemy within. How do I know about this? I have it.
Is it a big rock?
It's decent size, actually. Like I said, I have one. I'll be happy to shoot footage of it for you if you want it.
Woo!
I will definitely ask you to shoot footage of it for. I definitely want you in season 2, because season two is from what I hear the best, and I want you in on season 2.
Yeah, season 2 is without a doubt the best. I mean, I could say Balance of Terror is my favorite from season 1. I can't do the same thing for season 2. I really can't. There's just so many good ones.
So, like, what my plan is with season 1, I talk mostly about the history and whatnot. Season 2, I'm going to talk about the effect work and the sound design and some of that stuff. And I'm going to have GSR to talk about probably, like, prop works and stuff like that. And
visual effects, don't worry about that.
Yeah, and visual effects.
Richard Lee says, Lewis is from Minnesota. This is spring break weather for him.
Damn right!
GSR, on the other hand, dies if the temperature gets below 70, being in Texas and all.
And then in season 3, I'm going to ask another Star Trek fan, probably someone who likes Star Trek. I don't know who.
Now, I don't know if you'll be able to get SF Debris or not, but, you've got a very ambitious plan. I will say it has a 2% chance of working, which is much more ambitious than any plan I've ever gotten.
If I could get SF Debris to talk about stuff, that would be amazing. But he's a busy guy.
I know, which is why. I mean, honestly, I would be overly thrilled and overjoyed if Lewis could get him to the 600th live stream for even just a minute. That will happen, but that'd be awesome.
No, we just need Solar Spider and Janeway. That's all good.
Great job, guys.
Henry Arnson, look, a tree that looks like a rock somewhere. Patrick Caulfield, time travel in any sense in fiction can be a headache. There's one series I won't say out of fear of spoilers, but they introduce time travel and say it can only go forward. done straightforward and simple. You know what? I have discovered the secret to time travel for real, in real life, real. And all of you can do it too. I can travel forward 1 minute every minute.
Zaxby's is not real anymore. You've ruined it.
Who was it that sent the $50? Send another 50. I need Zaxby's real again. I'm kidding. I am kidding.
Only if you have the funds. Lord Mandatu, remember to save.
Not even if you have the funds. That's just not worth it, okay? I am kidding. It was a joke. They're saying I missed the super chat. Hang on a second. Professor Chaos. Is the 600th episode the comic you were going to do for the 500th before you changed it to Future's End?
Nope. I have something else in mind, something that was heavily requested. I can equip medium armor. Okay, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Liara, what should I equip for Liara? Another advanced barrier?
Yeah, barriers are good.
Mm-hmm.
And Tally, we'll give you some more hacking ability.
Namely, any hacking ability.
Let's see. Equipment. I can equip medium armor now, so...
Mm-hmm. But I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do for Season 3, but my thoughts for Season 3 is, since I've already covered history and, like, effect work and stuff, Season 3 will probably be looking towards how it got canceled and looking forward to the future and getting ready for the animated series. Because I'm covering it.
Yeah, I will say your plan is probably the best. The opening season is, history. The second season is, the effect work and all the behind-the-scenes junk. And Season 3 is, what happened. It makes sense.
Yeah, I want. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
One RHPS fan.
You're ruining everything!
There you go.
Andy Morrison, Zaxby's is not real. Here is money for GSR's therapy.
What's the conversion on that? $5?
Yeah.
That's just enough for me to say hi.
No, that's enough for a consultation because consultation's free. So therapy costs money.
Time travel in the Stargate series is fun.
It is immensely fun.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the animated series because I don't know how bad it's going to get. I've heard rumors.
It is glorious. Would you not disagree with me, Lewis?
Nope. It's glorious in what it is. Stop.
When we get to Spock's brain and when we get to the animated series, I think I'm gonna have a fun time. I may have to go.
Oh God! Man, I probably should have saved right there.
Oh, that was funny.
But you know what? I don't even care. That was amazing.
That was beautiful.
Oh, good. All the way back here.
Anymar Arnston, I'm not made of money, GSR. It was my dad who won the lottery, not me.
Woo!
Zaxby's is really a Carl's Jr.
Oh, God, no.
777, really eager to get Zen's take on the line of Troyes. And yeah, the animated series is less bad as what were these people on and where can I get some? Dark Master Jordan, everything was better on my Earth.
It's just gonna be fun to cover. Like, stuff like Spock's brain is stuff that, like, things are enjoyably bad. I just can't wait to talk about it. I don't know how good it's going to be. I just can't wait to talk about it.
All those experience points are gone. Yep, we'll have to put them back in. Can we actually equip them again? Nope. Okay, let's do this. Oh, actually, we gotta re-equip stuff too. Take all.
Mark Burgle, and this is why we love the Mako. Woo!
I know in the animated Star Trek, the Klingons wore pink because the art director was colorblind. No, the Klingons wear pink because it is a very manly color.
It is.
It is.
And that's, I mean, come on. And the Kzinti, they have a real appreciation for pink.
Hmm.
Don't you want to see Kor in pink? Where is Fat Grandma?
She's doing her own thing.
She's
I
making
mean, I don't know who you're
flapjacks.
talking about.
Fat Grandma's busy making flapjacks.
What I'm always doing.
It's not pink, it's lightish red.
I believe if it was Friends, that would be salmon.
Sir Strawhead, I can sum up the worst time travel mechanics in one word: Xehanort. Yep, Xehanort in one sentence is, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? And it's more than 13, because there are 13 Xehanorts, and you have to defeat them twice. Not counting DLC.
Giant Spock, the crew meeting the literal devil, and Spock getting into a magic duel with a bunch of Puritans.
It must work.
TIS
It is
was
logical.
Weird.
Yeah, apparently magic is logical now.
It is totally logical.
He's got to make me feel bad for that one time he beat me in chess.
544. Everything was better at my Earth. We had a Zaxby's.
Mike
I want to go to
Voltage
Superboy
3.
Bronze Earth.
Just charge through, Lewis. Just charge through.
That is not following the Mako code.
And what episode predates Star Trek V? No, the animated series one?
No, but I know what you're talking about. Woo!
1 hour PHS fan. Uh-oh, better get Mako. Zenith, don't forget, we still have more Kingdom Hearts games, some more Xehanort nonsense, maybe. No, Xehanort Saga's done. We have confirmed this. He's dead. He went to heaven, or the afterlife, with Master Ericus. It's done.
Oh, nice save, Lewis.
Nice. I'm having fun.
I'm having fun!
Welcome to the Big Show in the Mako.
I've heard the Big Show is so bad. I'm not even a wrestling fan. I'm just amazed by how bad it apparently is.
Yeah. Zenith, have you heard of the TNG episode about lizard people being the future of humanity?
Oh, that's Voyager.
Yep.
That's Voyager.
That's Voyager.
Yeah, don't you know humans evolve into lizards in the future? You can totally predict that.
It totally makes sense. Nathan Ottinger, I want to say a personal thank you. $20. That's from Lewis to you.
Thank you so much.
He says, here's some money for GSR's therapy for that Carl's Jr. post. Oh. You have the most giving fans, Lewis. You know that?
I know, right? Woo!
Lewis's driving is both the most scarily dangerous and most joyous fun I've ever seen. Oh yeah, Threshold. I haven't gotten to Threshold, but I've seen AtopTheFourthWall's review of Threshold, and yeah, I know. I know. Hello? Hello, Scram.
Well, that was fun.
Hello, Kitty.
You know what? If your Mako isn't burning by the end of it, you didn't have enough fun.
Exactly. You're not doing it right.
Patrick Caulfield, last one. Lewis, I was going through a difficult time when my grandma passed last week. You and the others helped me through it. Never for a minute think your show and your friends don't help others.
Well, thank you so much. It is very kind of you to say.
You are a wonderful person,
Yes.
Patrick, and all of you who donate to these streams. Like, I come here for fun. You guys are super, super generous. I really appreciate everything. I really need to get back to streaming.
T-Scream 80, I forgot about that one. I don't know how I could have forgotten about that one. Intelligent reptiloids evolved from hadrosaurs. Remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember being upset about it. It just seemed like such a boring way of implementing the concept.
Gorn ZX. Zenith, if Lewis live stream a Final Fantasy game, which game do you want him to play? I think the best one for him to play would be 10. I think 10 is the easiest to get into, but I would like him to play 9.
I'm not going to play 10.
Oh.
You know why I'm not going to play 10?
You saw the review?
I'm the star player of the Xanarkand Apes!
It's a good game.
I'm sure it is, but I would hate our playing character.
He's not.
Genesis is the one where Barkley becomes a spider, but you know what? That makes sense.
No, it doesn't! No, it doesn't! That episode makes no freaking sense whatsoever. It is the most unscientific up there. At least with Threshold, you could say, you know, we don't actually know how human evolution is going to go. Maybe we become lizards. It's stupid, but you know what? They try to use actual science to justify that, and they get the terms wrong. That is not what interons are, and they're not. And if you don't turn them on, they're not going to turn us into spider people. We share nothing with spiders.
What about lemurs?
Kitty. Can you? No, stop it, Kitty.
Basil, happy Greek Easter.
Happy Greek Easter.
There's Straw Hat, I'll be waiting. I was kidding when I said that.
I hope so.
You know what? I'll never reveal.
10 is just one of my favorite games, period. And it gets a lot of crap, and I feel it's undeserved, but a lot of it is because you have to, like, they explain a lot later on, and
Yeah, no, if I was going to play any, like, JRPG, I'd probably play Golden Sun.
I haven't played Golden Sun. I've heard of it.
You know what? I think Subnautica would be a good game for this stream.
Golden Sun?
No, Subnautica. It's survival.
I know nothing about Subnautica.
Yes, we do know GSR is crazy due to his belief in Zaxby's.
Real.
Our poor insane friend.
My poor insane son.
My poor insane son.
What must I do to convince you people?
Max Hauser, $20. Thank you very much. Travel in time to meet God and the devil.
They're singing from the fourth episode. Travel in time to meet God and the devil. Trade in your marriage at the car wash of doom. That one was a lot harder to put together just because I needed to find ways of making references to the show rhyme.
What the hell did I just review? It's a very underrated episode.
Yes, it is.
And I'm glad I'm technically making money from it now.
I'm actually torn between what the hell did I just review and I'm getting better all the time. I'm torn between those two as my favorite song from that episode.
He's getting better all the time. Better.
That one's a bit of a rush job with the other people singing because, of course, they are like some did not really have, the music with them to match up.
Anyways, Max continues. Loved that song in your Holy Terror episode. Hope you're staying safe in these odd times. I'm excited for your 600th episode.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. Now, in the meantime, let's go run over a robot.
Cartoon Kelly, Zen, I am so looking forward to when you get to TNG, rascals.
A lot of people are. The person who's going to do the voice for... spoilers for my storyline, there's going to be voice actors for Kana and Chiaki, my cats. The person who does the voice for Chiaki is very much into this stuff, is interested to see how my feelings on TNG.
Henry Arnson, so Spider-Man was just Peter who had devolved?
We'll go with yes on that.
Woo! Trust me, Titus is not that annoying in the game.
He was an idiot, but he was an idiot to a certain point because he was abused by his father.
He's still annoying. That just gives a reason why.
Then yeah, Daniel Brandt. Titus in FFX is an idiot, but it took an idiot to point out how corrupt their world's religion was. And Sir Straw Hat, let me go back and find yours. Hang on.
And Darth Madara, I personally can't wait until Zenith gets to Deep Space Nine. A lot of people want me to talk about Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine is great.
Yeah.
Sir Straw Hat, people often give James Arnold Taylor flack for his portrayal of Titus, but I think he portrayed him exactly how someone would react when in a situation like the one he was in while keeping upbeat.
Yeah, the thing is, the laugh is supposed to be awkward, and it's even more awkward in the Japanese because he does not know how to show emotions because he's been abused.
I get that.
CSR, Zaxby's, I want to believe.
I get that. I get it. I get why. I get the explanation. Doesn't make it less so. all it does is give us an explanation why. It's still bad, it still sounds weird, and it's still goofy.
Professor Chaos 56. You know, I'm surprised you never released Titans Villains for Hire, or you never reviewed.
I'm gonna get to that one eventually. There's just a lot of stuff that like has been requested or I know is bad, but sometimes Patreon sponsored reviews take up more time, and sometimes since the Patreon sponsored reviews are the ones that usually have people like making me do multiple issues, I tend to err when I have the choice for ones I want to cover. I tend to err on the side of doing single issues instead, so I have a bit more of a breather.
Plot Point Media. Spoonie summarized Final Fantasy X pretty well. Congrats on 600 episodes. Also, do we still have cabin fever?
We've got cabin fever. It's driving me insane. We've got cabin fever. I don't remember the lyrics.
Yeah, I have more than cabin fever. I've gotten to the point where I've got cabin like lockjaw. Like I want something to happen.
Well, here's something that's happening. Mako, that's what's happening. Woo!
Zach Morris is attacked by bees, Mike.
Yeah, anyone who says they don't have cabin fever, I'm gonna call BS on.
I've gone outside a few times. I still have cabin fever because I can't do anything. Aside from work on my episodes. A Zach plus bees, a Zach bees. But, I mean, I started work on Doctor Who. I still need to... I've ripped the episodes on the correct disc this time. And I need to convert them, and then I can actually watch. One thing I have seen today, though, I watched Onward. Most of it. I haven't finished it yet, so no spoilers, but I'm near like the final third, and it is pretty good so far. A little bit cliche, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I think it does a great job with its dynamic. Seraphim 7, $10. Thank you very much. Reminder, Lewis, you are awesome. Zen, you are awesome. GSR, you are awesome. If delusional about Zaxby's.
It's real!
Betrayal. And everyone in the chat is awesome. Thanks for all the fun, and next week is going to be epic. Yes,
thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoy next week. Just as a reminder, next week we're having a big all-day stream. I think either starting at noon or 1 p.m., probably more likely noon, but we'll see. All-day stream for celebrating 600th episode. Hopefully I'll get the 600th episode at least in a state where I can show it during the stream. No promises, though. It helps that the Convert Quickies is mostly done right now. I'm working on it right now. More found footage movie fun. Tonight, watched Evil Things last night. That was okay. That was an interesting one.
Jacob Lerma, has anyone seen Final Fantasy VII Advent Children? I have. Pretty good. It's decent.
Bridget Lee says, GSR can back me up on this. I want my Jim's tortilla soup again. Yeah, I know. It's not cool that Jim's is closed.
One could even say that it was dead Jim.
He's dead, Jim. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
T-Stream 80, no, on Saturday is when we're doing the all-day stream, starting at noon or 1, depending on what I'm feeling that day.
Let's see. I have seen Coco. It is one of my favorite movies to date. Let's see. I know I had another question. Oh yeah, Zen, in your big watches of Doctor Who or Star Trek, how much of the expanded universe are you gonna get into? Okay, here's the thing. I'm starting with the main stuff. When it comes to Star Trek, all the series, all the movies, then I'll talk about expanded universe if I can get into it. With Doctor Who, same thing. Each serial stands on its own. If there's expanded stuff, that'll be maybe later, but I don't even know. I know people have pointed out like books and other stuff, but
Doctor Who Expanded Universe is wild because they pretty much acknowledge that continuity is very, very loose in Doctor Who.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's what I want to do, and my goal is to at least get the main stuff done in my lifetime, and then we'll go from there.
You have taken on the challenge of watching Star Trek beginning to end.
I've
Congratulations on your lifetime commitment.
Between this, Doctor Who, and One Piece, I have many commitments.
Hanimar Arnson, Mr. Linkara, I have been informed that your supervillain status has been revoked due to your lack of excitement for Hostess Fruit Prize. Have a bad day.
Oh, no!
I
mean, I can't fault them for that, but still.
I think my personal favorite thing about that is have a bad day.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yep, I have to watch Discovery and Picard. They're all on the docket. They're all going to be reviewed. The thing is, though, once I get past, like, the original series and the movies, I'm taking a massive break. I don't think we have TNG scheduled till, like, 20 episodes afterwards. Like, there's only so much I can do at once.
Daniel Brandt says, went to put the summer tires on the car today, and a lot of other people had the same idea. All customers stayed in their cars. It took nearly 2 hours. And Jacob Lerma, you started reading One Piece. You're in for it good.
Yeah, it's 900 or more chapters. One Piece is a commitment. A very big commitment.
According to the producers, the abbreviation for Discovery is DSC.
I'm still okay with DIS. Yeah, stop shooting the damn cover!
I can call it... What about disc?
That's sort of DSC.
Speaks too soon. Suppressing fire!
Suppressing fire!
Damn it, Zen. Can't you just do everything at once? What are you, human?
No. It's what are you, human? Cartoon Kelly, Sam the Eagle Voice. You're all weirdos, but weirdos are the best. Normal is overrated.
As they say in Halloween Town, well, I find being normal vastly overrated.
1 hour HPS fan, gotta go. See you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Later.
And yes, I do personally call Discovery Disco. I also call Voyager V'ger.
V'ger.
You'll get that later.
Voyager, I'm just gonna call that Janeway.
Star Trek Janeway.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a mechanic.
Okay, can't.
Yep. So many good. Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a lines. And yeah, one of my personal favorites is the bricklayer line.
The pizza rug episode was. Oh my! Let's talk about Devil in the Dark for a second. Let's after this SKHS Video Productions. Normal is what everyone else is, and you are not.
Oh no, you got to read that right. Normal is what everyone else is, and you are not. Malcolm McDowell.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, continue. The pizza rug episode.
This was beautiful. It's not a bad episode on its own, but what meets it is the practical effects they use for the monster, which cuts clear circular cylindrical holes in the rock when it's a flat slug-like pizza rug monster that breathes. Or also let's talk about the monsters in Operation Annihilate.
Oh yes, the omelets.
the fake plastic vomit.
Yes, which is actually what they were.
It was great, and like both of them are good episodes. It's just the effect work just was not on par.
60s television budget.
I got one thing to say.
I did like Operation Annihilate, though. I think it's great. I think it's a good episode. Not one of my top, but I think it was interesting. It did some interesting things. But the vomit, the flying vomit, it's Between the
Again,
pizza rug and the vomit, I'm going to have a lot of fun when I'm talking about the effect work in Season 2, because I'm going to bring up the Season 1 stuff, too. It's just, I have a 10-page script already. I think I've gone long enough.
I'm trying to decide how you're going to react to the immunity syndrome.
Immunity syndrome stuff is a bit upgraded by...
it is a bit upgraded, but it is still very much based on the original.
I just can't get over how the pizza rug cuts perfectly cylindrical holes when it's flat. I mean, maybe the heat, but...
I think what kills me is how you refuse to call it by its name.
The Horda?
Yes.
The Horda is a stupid name. It's a pizza rug, damn it. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a Time Lord.
I just remember, I remember so much when we were watching that episode, your reaction to first scene.
I'm just, what the fuck? What the fuck? It was the same reaction that I had to the culture and the taste of Armageddon. I'm like, they can't be serious. Oh, they are serious. Oh my god, it's so dumb. I love it.
No, I wasn't trying to do that.
777.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a doctor. He's dead, Jim.
I listen to the Star Trek in song in full now, and it's like all these quotes are like they're spot on. Oh, SKHS video production. Evil pizzas are no match for a simple stoplight.
Hey, let us never forget the words of wisdom of the Horda. No kill I.
No kill I. Or pain. They also love Spock's ears.
You know
Spock's
what?
ears.
I have the Star Trek Encyclopedia, all of them, all three of them. And the Horda illustration for one of them actually includes the no kill I a bit in the background.
Hime's hiding in Echo is on my bed. Hi, Hime. Pet Hime for me.
So Lou, you got a stopping point in mind?
Yeah, we're gonna be stopping in a minute here. I'm just upgrading everybody before we save.
Okay.
I'm dead, Jim. Wait a second.
Attack cooldown bonus, shield bonus, Cypher 2.
This is a lot of fun. Star Trek is fun. I can't wait till I actually record my script and whatnot. But I just have one thing to say. Damn it, Jim. I'm a pizza rug monster, not a doctor.
I can't.
You're a physician, and that's a patient.
Yeah, there you go. I can't wait till you get to season 2, because I'm not gonna lie, watching TOS with you has been some of the most fun I've had in a while.
Watching through TOS with you guys has made this quarantine so much fun, and I really thank you guys for it.
Not a problem.
Yes, anytime.
Alright, we're going to call it quits for the night, guys. As a reminder, next week, we've got ourselves not only the 600th episode, but next Saturday, either noon or 1 p.m. I'll schedule it. We'll see. And we will have ourselves an all-day stream for celebrating 600th. We'll play some episodes. We'll play some games. I'll get some guests on. Maybe we'll play some more Mass Effect at 8 o'clock. I don't know. The important thing here is that we are of the body. And
there is no Zaxby's.
And there is no Zaxby's.
You're not of the body! You're not!
Peace and tranquility, friend.
And if you don't want peace, then we're going to have to intercede because you're too violent for your own good.
I will fetch a lawmaker.
We'll exit out here in a second. We got cats licking each other in the background here.
And one more super chat. To SKHS, Wednesday's Earth Day, and I turned 34. Go Earth.
Yeah, Earth, you will survive us.
Jacob Lerma, I believe you, GSR, I believe that you believed tonight you thought you'd see a Zaxby's. Real.
Anyway, thank you guys again for a lovely stream. All hail the Mako. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Zen. Thank you, Game Show Reviewer.
No problem.
Bye, everybody.
Peace and joy to everyone.
Peace and tranquility, friends.